going into Villanueva de la Torres. And then, because of a later appointment, we'll be turning around. Off to the right over there is a trail, a farm road, which I thought was private property, but in fact, well, probably is, but it is an accessed farm road, and it takes you off into some great fields and fairly decent trail. It's a little bit below 20 degrees. Not sure exactly. It feels warmer, but it depends if the sun is popping in or out, and it's particularly windy. It rained last night, and it probably will later. But for right now, it's just gorgeous. You might see that tree just whipping around. Now I have a kind of a tailwind at this particular time, so I don't even have to work very hard, and the motor's not having to work very hard. But on the way back, it'll be a totally different story. I used to be afraid of those. There's one more ahead. It just looks like a wall. It kind of is a very effective traffic barrier. Now, farm tractors don't have any trouble with it, but I think regular automobiles would lose their bottom. Had a bad experience the other day. I actually had left the house considerably earlier. It was a beautiful day, and right here on this ka-chunk, right here, my rear wheel, my rear tire bottomed out, and I thought I got a pinch flat, but I thought no. I did check the air pressure just before leaving the house. The tire didn't feel, squirmy or weird. But what had happened was it had gone flat just moments before that, or practically flat at any rate, because the rim tape had moved. Now what I think happened is during the summer it got particularly hot, and the rim tape squirms around under the torque of the wheel and under my pressures and all the riding pressure in the back wheel, and it squirmed. So the holes, the spoke holes, which are fairly sharp, were exposed to the tube, and of course that dog don't hunt. So I had to stop, fix the rim tape the best I could, because it was kind of wrinkled up and somewhat beat. Oh no, I'm not supposed to go this way. That's okay. I only need to go this way, the wrong way for a few meters. Here we are. At any rate, after I got the rim tape unwrinkled and unstuck the best I could, I put it back over the spoke holes, popped the new tube, and made my way home, canceling the rest of the ride, which would have been into Guadalajara. That would have been a very pleasant little adventure. We are in Castilla-La Mancha at this particular moment. So anyway, getting back to my story, the glue had come completely dissolved, and like I say, I suspect it happened during the summer, but it didn't become a big problem until just the other day. Kind of been a problem because the rear tire's been leaking a little, but I just thought it was a bad valve or something, and it was too slow to fuss about. There's lots of sealant in the tube, so I wasn't too worried about losing my tire. Boy, it's windy, but it is pretty. Anyway, so I took my heat gun, which I use for shrink tubing, and scrubbed off all the old glue, which took about a couple hours. And then I was able to restore it. I really want to go left. What the hell? I'll go left here instead. So at any rate, I put the new rim tape, and it should be fine for quite a while. I believe that's the original rim tape that I installed. That would have over 6,500 kilometers on it. I changed the tube about, I shouldn't schedule it, but approximately once per season. Definitely because the sealant becomes kind of useless should it get too used, too old. Oh my. I think the moral of the story is, don't buy Decathlon rim tape. I replaced it with Velox, and that's a French brand, Velox, I believe. And that's pretty good. On my road bike, I used to have a nylon one, or I think it was fiberglass or some sort of hard plastic, and it stretched on and it stayed beautifully. So my gravel bike and this bike both use the canvas type tape, which, you know, is fine. I never had an issue with the glue before. So that was a new phenomenon. Oh, let's see where we are. This place is gorgeous. I'm gonna go to the right. I don't know if I want to go to the right, but this is where we're going. Oh yeah, this is okay. This is just a fun ride. I'm not really doing anything critical here. Well, I'm kind of back to where I started, which wasn't my intention. I wanted to be further left down that farm field. There's a great trail, but I think I missed it. It's almost worth it. This is beautiful stuff. Well, I've definitely been here before. Well, this has to be the right place. I recognize that truck. I mean, once you see that truck with the digital pixelized camouflage on it, that's pretty well it. Aha. Well, that truck saved the day. It might be hard to see in this video, but this is lovely stuff, and it's just drained just enough to make everything a little moist. I haven't seen any water puddles. But this here is kind of why I built this bike. My gravel bike would choke on this. Don't get me wrong, I love my gravel bike, but it's become kind of a city bike. In fact, I'm very much considering taking the motor off and just taking it back to a manual bike. I was better off up here on the skinny. This stuff is loose. The gravel bike has a SRAM Rival compact crank on it, which is wonderful. It's a high quality crank set. It has everything. It's just, there's no suspension. And I've been playing with the suspension on this bike. I was just adjusted the rebound in the front fork to make it faster, so it springs back quicker. I'm not 100% sure how much better it is, but it feels a little bit better. Some people like a really fast rebound. The problem I have with that is if you're on a rough surface, especially climbing, and you smack into a rock and the front wheel pops up, you might land on your butt. So I'm going to play with the rebound and try it really fast and really slow. I had it kind of slow, but not totally slow. Now it's a little bit faster, and it feels good. Actually, I think it's better. Well, that was fun, but it's time to get back because I got to get back. Now it's into the headwind. So, I think I'll conclude this video. And the next time, I'll follow what was a bicycle race route to its, as far as I can. Some of the chalk markings are now hard to see, and as time goes by they'll become invisible. So I'm going to say stop recording.